जाएंगे अप स्टेयर्स। आने तो अभी बना के क्या करूँ मैं? वापस आएगी
upstairs and then what? Upstairs and then what?
फोकस का वो ऊपर है ना,
मुझे फोकस।
दिस इज
अच्छा, तो वो जो है ना वो बहुत नाराज़ हो रही थी ना, वो कह रही थी कि क्या आपके बच्चे ऊपर जा रहे हैं विदाउट योर परमिशन, क्योंकि उनके घर में जब भी कोई गेस्ट हम गए थे ना उनके घर में, याद है, तो हरी का रूम ऊपर था ना, तो हरी वांटेड टू शो मुस्तफ़ा हिज रूम ना, तो उसने अपनी मामा से पूछा कैन वी गो अपस्टेयर्स, उसकी मामा ने कहा नो, बस उसके बाद कुछ भी बात नहीं, उसने ये नहीं कहा प्लीज़ आई वांट टू गो, मुस्तफ़ा इज़ माई फ्रेंड, आई वांट टू शो हिम दिस दैट, कुछ भी बात नहीं। उसके बाद फिर उस दिन सर्दी भी नहीं थी ना, उस दिन वेदर अच्छा था ना, उसके घर में इतना प्यारा बैकयार्ड था पता है, एंड ही वांटेड टू शो मुस्तफ़ा, उसने अपनी मामा से कहा मामा कैन आई गो आउटसाइड, उसकी मामा ने कहा नो, बस दैट वाज एंड ऑफ द स्टोरी।
Why? Oh, look, we have to say, look, flowers.
हाँ फ्लावर, उसकी मामा स्ट्रिक है ना बेटे, पास की मामा हर
We
चीज़
should read the door now.
सुभान अल्लाह।
Yes,
Oh,
because
sorry.
people are dead. But why do they want to put flowers?
मुझे तो कुछ भी
ज़ूम भी
नहीं
नहीं हो रहा।
Why do they want to put flowers?
हाँ
Why do they want to put flowers?
और ऐसा जो मेरे फ्लावर्स, ये लोग ये कहते हैं कि हमारे जो लोग मर गए ना, जो उनका डेथ हो गई है, उनकी इन द मेमोरी, इन देयर मेमोरी, हाँ हो रहा है या थोड़ा बहुत कुछ इन देयर,
Hey,
हाँ
save it. Hey,
क्या हो गया बेटा?
hey.
रुक
Look,
के ऐसे बना रही हो।
मैंने तो कुछ भी नहीं किया।
I need to show you something right now.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, land of the free, and the home of the brave.
कहीं बैठना नहीं है।
Reflect the landscape of knowledge
No.
and generate the new knowledge that students will learn in the future. Please join me in welcoming and acknowledging the faculty and staff of Wichita State University who are seated in the section right in front of me. And if you would please stand and let us acknowledge you. Thank you so much. I want to draw your attention to some special guests seated behind the faculty in the very last row of that section. Joining us there are Wichita State University First Lady Shirley Begg. Shirley, would you stand, please? And with her, Mr. Tom Martin, husband of our President's Medal recipient, and family and friends of Nancy Martin. Would you please stand? Thank you so much. We also want to acknowledge you, the family and friends of the graduates. Your support has been so important to the success of these graduates today. And I'd like to ask the graduates to stand up, face the audience, and give some applause to your family and friends who've come here today to support you. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. It's now my great pleasure to introduce President of Wichita State University, Dr. Donald Biggs, who will introduce our next guest.
First, the corner which side?
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Miller. It's my privilege to get to introduce a member of the Kansas Board of Regents.
Is it that?
This
Is
is
it
a
really
policy
bad?
board that oversees higher education in Kansas. It is a tradition that someone from the board greets the graduates at each Regents institution commencement. We are honored today to have the chair of the Kansas Board of Regents, Jill Dockey, who is a Wichitan, who will be here with us today. Jill was appointed to the Kansas Board of Regents in 2007, and as I indicated, is the current chair of the board. She's a vice president of investments with Wells Fargo Advisors. She serves on the boards of the Kansas Food Bank and the Mid-Kansas Jewish Federation in Wichita. She attended Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island, and received a bachelor's degree in history and a master's degree in business administration from the University of Kansas. You have to understand that this board, what they want us to do is to get to the point where you are today. And so it's with a great deal of honor that I introduce the chair of the board, a very special friend to Wichita State University and all Regents institutions, Jill Dockey. Jill?
President Baggs, members of the faculty and staff, Wichita State University, alumni, friends, family, and most of all, to you, the graduates, I bid you a good afternoon. I'm very pleased to be with you today on behalf of the Kansas Board of Regents as we formally recognize your accomplishments. The Board of Regents is keenly aware of its responsibility to prepare young men and women for productive and rewarding careers, and also recognizes the substantial commitment made by the citizens of this state and the faculty, staff, and alumni of Wichita State to provide you with a high-quality education. As we celebrate your significant achievement, we challenge you to commit yourselves to the concept of civic responsibility and embrace the belief that each of us can truly make a difference. Our individual contributions, while seemingly isolated, can and do add to a whole that is greater than the sum of its parts. The Board of Regents expresses congratulations for your accomplishments and confidence in your future. Best wishes for your continued success.
Thank you, Regent Dockey. It's always great to have you with us. President Biggs will now present the 2009 President's Medal Award.
The President's Medal is awarded annually to a person who is selected for humility and interest in others, and especially for extraordinary and exemplary leadership through integrity, service to humanity, and expertise in her field. And it's my privilege today to introduce to you the 2009 President's Medal recipient, Nancy Martin. Nancy received a degree in industrial psychology from Wichita State University and has worked in the healthcare field for the past 35 years. I'm sure she was a child prodigy. She is the operating officer for Emergency Services PA, the largest emergency medicine practice in the state of Kansas. Nancy is the immediate past chair of the Wichita State University Foundation's National Advisory Council and the Board of Directors. Nancy is also the past chair of the College of Health Professions Dean's Advisory Committee and is a recipient of the WSU College of Health Professions Distinguished Friend of the College Award. And Nancy has also been involved in a community by serving on boards. She has chaired several nonprofit boards, including Ronald McDonald Houses, Wichita Rotary Charitable Foundation, Heart Spring, Music Theater of Wichita, Junior League of Wichita, the YMCA, and the Wichita Community Foundation. And I might add that at one time she chaired 3 of them at the same time. She has served on the International Board of Directors for the Association of Junior Leagues, for whom she has traveled as a consultant on fundraising and strategic planning for nonprofits. Nancy is married to Tom Martin, who was introduced earlier, who is also a WSU graduate and has 2 sons. Michael Martin and his wife Jessica, who reside in Kentucky and operate a family business and are able to be here today. And Greg Martin and his wife Stephanie are both physicians in Atlanta, Georgia. Nancy and Tom also have the privilege of 3 grandchildren. You can understand why we are proud to welcome back to campus one of our devoted supporters. Nancy, for all you have done for Wichita State University and for the various communities in which you have served, I am honored to bestow on you this honor as the President's Medal recipient for 2009. Nancy Martin.
Good afternoon and welcome, President Beggs, Provost Miller, Regent Docking, and all the distinguished deans and guests on the platform. But most importantly, graduates, friends, and family of the class of 2009. I am truly honored to be the recipient of the President's Medal. When President Beggs called me this summer and told me that he'd chosen me to receive this award, I thought, surely he's misdialed the phone. He certainly didn't mean to call me. I was surprised and extremely flattered. President Beggs said that I've contributed to WSU. Well, I can assure you that the contributions that WSU has made to my life have exceeded any value that I've brought to the university. Thank you, President Beggs, for this honor, which I shall always cherish. This is a very special weekend for me and for my family, and we're enjoying every minute of it. I hope that all of you soon-to-be graduates are enjoying every minute of this weekend also, as that diploma is almost within your grasp. As anxious as you may be for closure, I predict that you will look back on your time here with affection and with gratitude for your many experiences. Commencement day custom would suggest that I'm to give you the charge of going forth into the world and then telling you what to do when you get there. But of course, you're going forth whether I tell you to or not, and I certainly can't tell you what to do when you get there because you're each individuals. But I would ask of you is that while you're pursuing your life's goals, try to make the world a better place. So I'm going to provide you with 5 suggestions of what you can do to not only succeed, but to make the world a better place while you're doing it. So here's my list, 5 things to help you. Number 1, do what you love. I know that's traditional graduation speaker advice, but in today's world, I really believe that it's no longer just traditional advice, but very hard-headed strategic strategy. If you read Thomas Friedman's book, The World is Flat, you know the theory of a flat world. Yes, Mom and Dad, you've paid thousands of dollars to help your child get a university education, and here I am telling them on graduation day that the world is flat. But what's flattening the world, according to Friedman's book, is the ability to automate more work with computers and software, and to transmit that work anywhere in the world where it can be done more efficiently or more cheaply. The flatter the world gets, it's more essential that you do what you love. Because in a flat world, all the boring, repetitive jobs are going to be automated or outsourced. The good jobs that remain will be those that can only be done by people who love what they do. So who are these people that will hold these, as Friedman calls them, untouchable jobs? Well, first, there are people who are very special. People like Michael Jordan or Barbara Streisand. Let's face it, that kind of talent can't possibly be outsourced. Second are people who are specialized, brain surgeons, designers, artists. Third are people who are anchored and whose jobs have to be done in a specific location, like nurses or chefs. And lastly, and here's where there's hope for all of us, we have to include people who are adaptable. perhaps the best way to learn is just to love learning. When I was a student at WSU, I would always ask my friends who were the best teachers. And then I would take one of their classes each semester, whether it was Greek mythology or physics. Well, maybe not physics. But the point is, if I was talking to new students, I would let them know that it's easy to take some elective courses along with those that are required. And I think by doing so is a major factor in my learning to love learning. When I think back on my favorite teachers, I'm not sure I really remember much of what they taught me, but I sure remember enjoying learning it. Number 4, listen more than you talk. It really is amazing what you can hear. Sometimes if I sit quietly, I think I can hear the voice of someone, perhaps long gone, who I loved, or maybe a beautiful refrain of music that I haven't heard for many years. On a hot summer Kansas day in the country, I'd swear you could hear the corn growing and you can actually hear the power of our Kansas sun. Being a good listener is one of the great keys to life. When Bob Schieffer of CBS News was interviewed last year about his career in journalism, he said, "The biggest stories I missed as a journalist happened because I was talking when I should have been listening." The ability to be a good listener is one of the most underappreciated talents a person can have.